Okay. Hey guys, I am back with another cosplay video interview. This time with the ever so talented Pixelpantz cosplay. Hey, hi.
Thank you. Hi.
How you doing tonight?
I am doing okay. I am tired and exhausted, but you keep
Yeah,
going.
same
Keep
here.
doing it.
All right, so if you've probably seen my other past interviews, and you probably know maybe about half the questions that are going to be on here because they're just standard before I get into the
Gotcha.
nitty
Standard
gritty
question. Yeah.
meat questions that are more specific to the kind of stuff that you.
Okay, cool.
Starting off with the basics, what got you into cosplay and how long have you been doing it?
I have been cosplaying since about 2009. And only recently in like 2014 did I start really getting serious into cosplay, like making all of my costumes and bigger costumes and all that sort of stuff. So in 2009, my friend actually was like, "Hey, you should totally come to a con because you like all this stuff, like anime and games and comics. You should come and you should dress up with me." Because she had been going for about a year before I started. And I was like, "No, that's weird. Why would you ever do that? Who does that? I don't want someone to see me in public." And after much consideration, I let her convince me to buy just a wig, like not even a costume, just a wig, and I can wear my normal clothes and be comfortable in it. And the day we went to the con, I immediately told her, I was like, I have to cosplay next time. Like, I need to start. And that is like, that's literally, I never turned back from that point in time. Like, it was just like cosplay, cosplay, cosplay. And it just and it was a horrible addiction of mine. So that's
Oh
how
boy.
it started. I was judging it so hard, and look at me now. So
And now you do it.
yeah.
Okay, so then which cosplay of yours was the first one that you ever created?
Which cosplay was the first one I created? I think the first one I made, like 100% made myself, was a Sailor Mars costume that I don't actually have that many pictures of because I was a horrible seamstress, but I cranked that sucker out. And in about like a week or so, and I cried a lot and it was miserable, but that was the first
Oh
one,
God.
like 0 to 100%, made it myself, and I was so proud. And then I was like, you know what? Now I just have to make more stuff, like because I was sucked in after I
Right.
made that one. Yeah.
Okay, so then thinking back to the last convention you were at, did you enjoy it?
I loved it. I'm trying to think of which. I'm pretty sure it was Katsucon. No, well,
Really, that far
yeah,
back?
possibly. I know it's been like a long gap,
Yeah,
right?
I
And I'm
know.
so
I know.
sad about it. But I think the next one that's coming up for me is like MomoCon and Memorial Day. So like the end of this upcoming month, but like Katsu, February. It's been a while. I feel like lost because I haven't been able to go to a con in a little bit, but I loved
Same here.
Katsu. I always love that con. I always
Yeah.
love any con really. Like even if it's small, big, whatever, I always enjoy myself. But like
Yeah.
I don't know. I have an itch to go to another one. I'm so sad I
Right.
haven't been able to yet.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't think I'll be able to cure that itch until New York Comic Con, so that's a ways away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Um. Okay, so it was CaptureCon. So then, what outfit did you bring to that convention?
I brought my Roadhog gender bend and my Ashes of Alar armor. I think it's the only two I brought. Yes, I brought those two.
Yay! Okay, and your favorite cosplay that you've made so far in your cosplay career? So to
Hands
speak.
down, my Ashes of Alar armor because like that's my baby, my pride and joy. Like I went through so much crap for that costume.
Oof.
I shoved it into a very short time frame that I didn't think I'd be able to do, and then I persevered, and then I'm really proud of that one. I
It
hated
came
it
out.
at first, and then I'm like, oh, it's my baby. So like I think I don't even know if I'd be able to top it within this year. I don't know. We'll see. I'm gonna try my best, but like it's my
No,
baby.
yeah, you really knocked it out of the park with that because I mean
Thank you.
that was the outfit that started me to get me to follow your work and all
That
that.
is true. That is true.
Yeah.
It did a lot for me as like people, I guess, recognizing me or noticing, I guess. They were like,
Right.
oh, wow, that's cool. Who is she? And I was like, I'm Pixelpantz. So,
Okay. What got you into being like a nerd or geek, that kind of stuff? Like, where did it start?
probably, I would say probably growing up with like an older brother. He grew out of his geekiness probably in like middle school, high school, but he got me into it when I was really young. Like I grew up playing his video games, even though he hated it so much. And so that got me into it. And then I just kind of kept going. He like stopped and backed up. And I was like, no, it's so much cooler than if you just keep going. So I don't know. I think it just started at a very young age when he was like, you should play this game. It's really neat. And then it just spiraled out of control. So.
Okay, did one thing and you didn't look back.
Yes, he was such an enabler. And my mom would always buy me like anime figures when I was a little kid. She didn't know that they were anime figures. And then I grew up and I was like, Mom, you were such a cool mom. And she's like, I didn't know that's what that was.
So would you say that your brother was the only other member that that is into what you enjoy, or do you have other family members?
Really, yeah, he's the only one I can kind of talk to about like video games and stuff and kind of is on the same plane, I guess, and understands. But as far as other family members, they're just like, what do you make? Why do you dress up? I don't understand. Can you tell me more about these cons or something? And I'm like, you just have to go to one. You know?
What is this cosplay you speak of? What kind of
They're
a
like,
word is
my aunt cracks me up because she doesn't call it cosplay. She calls it cosplay. She like, it's like cats play. And I'm like, it's not, but that's fine. I'll let it slide because there's no use. But they try. They really try.
So when I was doing like some little research and looking at your other outfits, I noticed that many of your cosplays derive from video games. Is that the one thing that you always seem to enjoy, or is it easier to pull cosplay from that specific media?
I think I choose video games most is because if I had to choose between the 3 hobbies that aren't cosplay, so like video games, comic books, anime, I'd probably always pick video games. Like I've always enjoyed them the most and get like sucked in the most. Like with anime, I can watch a series and be really into it for a little bit, and then I'll kind of like teeter away and go back to cosplay.
Right.
Or same thing with comics, like I'll be really into it. But with video games, that's like the only thing that kind of will pull me away from like my other addictions like cosplay. They're like, no, play games for 92 hours straight and don't shower. And I'm like, what? So video games sticks with me. And I do enjoy like comics and anime, and I want to cosplay from them more. But at the end of the day, like the costumes I like the really like super cool armors and stuff like that usually come from video games most of the time. I know they are in comics and other things, but most of the time like World of Warcraft and Diablo are all the ones that I'm like, I need to make you. So I just kind of gravitate towards those.
Right. Okay. So as I mentioned earlier, the cosplay I discovered you in was the Ashes of Alara Gajinka that Zach Fisher designed for you.
Yes.
Not only was it colorful, but it was such an impressive work overall with the detailing.
Thank you.
You're welcome. What made you ask Zach to do that design unless it was already created beforehand?
It wasn't already created. The reason why I asked Zach is because I had seen his armors and been a fan of his work for the longest time, that I was like, I know if I want to step my game up and really be challenged, Zach could do it. And God, did he? Like, I almost hate him, but I love him at the same time. But as far as like picking Ashes as the subject matter, that's always been like one of my favorite mounts in World of Warcraft. It's like so colorful and gorgeous and really, really rare. Like I don't even have it in World of Warcraft.
Have it?
I don't even have it. I've tried my hardest. And people make fun of me for it all the time. And now I'm going to get more flack for it because it's like, you cosplayed it and you don't even have it. And I'm like, stop. But I have always like sought after and loved that mount. Even when I was a kid and was kind of like getting into WoW more, I was like, man, you know what? That's a really pretty thing. I want it. Like, and then I grew out. I was like, I really still want it. I need to like grind for it. And I don't know. That was the one time I'm like, if I want to challenge myself, I want that. You know, like that super
Right.
rare, awesome, sought after mount that like no one's really
Right.
done, and it's like a whole different, bright, colorful, amazing color scheme that you don't
Oh,
see
yeah.
in a lot of WoW armors. Like
Oh, yeah.
most of the time, they're blue and green and like silver and kind of deep dark, like badass armor, and I'm just kind of like, I want to be pink and orange. So,
I want to be a sherbet popsicle.
yeah, I love creamsicle ice cream.
So do you like still play WoW or?
I do from time to time. I used to at one point in time play, like I played for a solid like year and a half of just like I was addicted to that game and that game only, and then I kind of stopped. And now it's like I try and keep myself away from it because I know if I start, I'm gonna just be like
You just
there
gonna get
forever.
sucked right into it.
But like I'll have phases where I like fade in and out where I'm like, I should play WoW for a little bit, and I'm like, okay, I should probably, it's getting a little addicting. I should calm down. But I've just
Yeah.
replaced WoW with other addiction like games, so
Yeah.
it's all the same.
No, random dog. Random dog. Oh no.
He's like, she's
Okay,
in
buddy. I told you not to be a pill. I told. Okay, not the nose. Not the nose. Okay, you gotta go down there. You gotta go, ready?
He's so cute.
Don't you dare bark. Don't. It's really weird. So sorry about that. Yeah, I think I played WoW for a little bit. I like near the end. I guess near the end cycle of Kata, but I guess my one achievement I did in that game was full on hunt down and managed to find the time lost proto drake mount.
Oh, cool. I would classify myself as like definitely like a mount collector when it comes to WoW. Like other people have different goals, and I'm just like, I just want all the mounts. Like I don't care about like leaderboards and joining a really like cool guild. I just want mounts. Like I was like, I'll join a guild if you help me get mounts.
Yeah. I think one of my other personal favorites, because my main was a Blood Elf Paladin, so I remember getting the Swift White Hawk Strider chicken from the Magic Tree. Yeah. Very snow white, colorful. I loved it. Looking at your past cosplays, it seems that Blizzard's line of work is what you cosplay from, the most with superheroes and even Disney princesses on the side. Do you find yourself playing Blizzard-made games the most, and why?
I would say probably. I've been a Blizzard fangirl for a really long time because I feel like that was the first couple of games my brother really got me into. Like my first technical like RPG was Phantasy Star Online. And I wasn't really into it. Like I played it but didn't quite understand. Like I have memories of it. Like that was the first time I was ever called a noob. And I will always remember that moment. But like I remember when I first got into the addicting factor of like I go to school and I come home and I play games and that's all I do is like WoW. He got me into WoW. He's like, we should share an account. He never got to play. He never played because I would always play. I was like, I'm busy. Okay, I'm doing things. He's like, you're like 12. What are you doing? Because he's so much older than I am. He's like, why are you playing so much WoW? And I'm like, you got me into this.
Yeah,
you did this to me.
That was when we played WoW. Me, my brother, and my dad.
Yeah.
It was just a power struggle to
exactly.
Who's gonna kick each other off?
Yeah, exactly.
Me and my brother mainly. We never gave our dad a lot of time to play.
It was just a gift to you guys.
Yeah. I don't know if I want to go back into it.
Yeah.
I don't know if I want to go back into it.
I know,
right? Another impressive build that you did was the Crusader armor from Diablo 3. So what made you choose that class in particular, and were there any difficulties in creating it?
So many difficulties. Basically, it was kind of like I played Diablo 3 a lot in that time period. Like I had another phase where I was just like, instead of WoW, let me get addicted to Diablo. And so I played it, and I actually mained Crusader for a really long time. I had like all of the other classes as well, but like Crusader's the one that me and my brother would play. And he had a demon hunter and I was like the tank, the crusader, and like just
Right.
wrecking face. And so I got really like I fell in love with the crusader because it was really cool and the armor sets were awesome.
Mhm.
And I had actually never made an armor before, and I was like, you know what? If I'm gonna do anything, I should make this armor. And that costume was like over the span of probably an entire year. I would like tinker with it and they get really upset because I was really new and didn't understand things, and like trying to follow a costume 100% to the actual design in Diablo was so difficult. So I ended up having to kind of alter it to what my abilities would let me do at the time. I ended up
Right.
liking it's more of like an original Crusader design
Oh,
based
okay.
off of like the pauldron set's pretty accurate to Diablo, but everything else is just like this is what I wanted to look like. And that ended up giving me a little creative freedom and making it a little more like
Yeah.
stressless, I guess. But it was, since there was a lot of like trial and error because it was first time I used Warbla and first time I used film and first time for everything.
Oh gosh.
It was a very long process. I've scrapped so many pieces and like tried them over again and then scrapped them again. And I was like, oh, why is it not working? And then I finally got it right. So after a very long, excruciating process, I was really glad to just get it over with. Like, I'm really happy with that costume. There are things I want to fix, obviously, but at this time, I'm just like, you know what? You weren't that bad. So
It's done for now.
yes.
So you fairly recently, unless it was since I typed this up now a while ago, started up a Patreon account for those who wanted to help support your work more.
Yes.
How has that experience been for you so far? And I'm aware of the double-sided nature that people can have about that platform overall.
Yeah. So I was actually really hesitant to start a Patreon just because like I heard so many good things and so many negative things, and sometimes fans don't like it and sometimes they really do and they want to support you. And so the reason why I did it was because a lot of people requested it and I looked into it for a really long time, and I decided that if I was going to do it, I wanted my Patreon to be something that like no matter what you paid or supported, like every donation counted and you still got something back, because it made it more approachable to be like, oh, if you want to join Patreon and help, you're like a community of people that I help you, you help me, and we all are just enjoying the content together. Like I'm still making stuff for them, making stuff for like my free platforms.
Yeah.
And so far it's definitely stressful because like I feel so like entitled, or not entitled, but like indebted to these patrons. Like I'm like, oh my gosh, I have to make so much stuff for you, because like I feel I like so grateful that they're even thinking of supporting me, let alone actually supporting me. So I want to make it so like worthwhile. So I think this little bit here has been a learning process of like what people like and how they react to certain things. But like I'm actually really excited about Patreon as a whole, because so far it's been cool. Like I have a Patreon only like Discord server and we can all talk about stuff, and like they can request like to play games, or we can talk about what I should cosplay for another con, or if they have questions about their own cosplays. Like I just liked being able to interact with people more, because like Facebook, sometimes people don't see your Facebook posts, or sometimes you get drowned in the messages or comments, and like I don't get to talk to everybody. But with Patreon and the Discord server, it was very much like I get to see you guys. It's awesome. So I don't know, I've really enjoyed it so far, and I can't wait for like the next months and like how I get a little more like streamlined process of like being able to make better content for everybody, because essentially the patrons are also helping the people who aren't patrons, because I get to make more stuff, so everybody's like helping everybody. I don't know, the more I learn about, the more I really enjoy Patreon. Definitely.
Yeah, I had some initial thoughts about it, but then I guess it just took me a while to see, I guess, how helpful
it was the same thing for me.
Yeah. Because I mean, I'm supporting how many people? I think 9 people so far.
Wow. Yeah. Like you kind of get sucked into it too. Like you support one and you're like, I really want to support this one person. Like for me, it was Jessica Negri. Like I started and I was like, oh yeah, that's cool. And then you see like all these other cosplayers that you also want to support, because in the back of your head, you don't think about them at first. Like she drew you there, and then you see them on the suggested, you're like, of course I want to support that one. Oh my gosh. And then you just like, where did my wallet go? So, but I don't know. I really enjoy it.
And then you get sucked into supporting 100 people for $1, and then there goes $100 out of your bank account.
Yep. But you're supporting 100 people.
I'm not supporting 100 people, just 9. Close to that amount, though. It's close. Yeah. Yeah, I try to just pick the tiered where I just think it's worth it.
Yeah, because
Where
that's
I'm
another
getting a
thing
good
too.
amount.
Like
Yeah.
you look at the tiers, and like I tried to make it where like $1 was still worth like so much, and then 5 was still worth a lot, and then 10 was worth a lot. Because I wanted the cheaper tiers to be more approachable. But like then you start looking at the more like higher up tiers, and you're like, of course I want that. Do I have enough money? like I remember I was looking at some cosplayers the other day, and I was like, can I afford to give you more? Because I really want to give you more, just because I want that tier. Like I was.
Oh yeah, I think I bumped up 2 levels to Danielle Ballou's Patreon because
yes, she was actually. I want to say she might have been the one that I was
I went
debating.
from $1 to $10, and I was like, yes, give me more pirate pictures so that I can make them my background for my phone and my laptop.
Exactly, give them to me, Danielle. I'm your biggest fan, along with everybody else.
Yeah, pretty much.
We're all your biggest fans.
What do you think about cosplay as it is now hitting the mainstream? I guess which showed like just recently like Cosplay Melee on Sci-Fi and all the other, I guess, things that are elevating it to the more public eye.
I think it's like both a blessing and a curse because like the people who don't exactly know what cosplay is and then they just assume what cosplay is and they don't have an actual cosplayer telling them or portraying exactly what it is and what it means to them and what it means to the community, you can get a lot of like skewed ideas if you don't have someone there to kind of walk you through it. But I kind of enjoy the fact that it's becoming a little more well known. That way, like cosplayers can go on and get jobs for being a cosplayer. Like they could work in the costuming industry because now it's so mainstream. People are like, oh, your skills are awesome. We found you on the internet. Or there are people that can do so many amazing things like go on Cosplay Melee and win $10,000 and do more stuff. So like, it's great because there are more opportunities for everybody and more cosplayers come out of their little like cosplay closet because they're like, oh my gosh, I didn't know this existed. I want to make costumes. And you get people into it and everybody's having a fun time because inevitably we're all just nerds gathering together to be nerds and be friends. So getting more people into it, and now that it's more mainstream and more people are learning about it, it's just more friends you can make. So I like it.
Yeah. Okay, so do you have any upcoming cosplays for this year that you're able to share, or is it all secret, hush, hush?
There are a few secret hush hushes, but right now, which technically I've only told Patreon, so I guess I'll tell you. It is
blog
for
exclusive, everybody.
MomoCon. Yes, I won't tell anybody else. You can only find out here. But I will actually at MomoCon be doing a Magikarp costume that I've actually been planning and I wanted to do for Katsu, but I ran out of time. And so I'm finally doing a Magikarp costume, but it's like an armored. Well, it's not really that armored. It's kind of armored, but I wanted to make Magikarp a little more dainty, and then down the line I might make its better half. We'll see, because that was my Facebook page when I first started it. Like the little tagline is always like just a cosplay Magikarp trying to evolve, you know. And so I really thought, I was like, you know what? If that's my tagline, let's do it. I'm actually going to cosplay Magikarp. So I thought that would be fun, and hopefully I'll have it done by MomoCon. So you guys just won't see the design till it's done, is all.
Maybe I'll feature it sometime down the line if you get photo shoot pictures of it.
Yes, I'm so excited.
Do you imagine cosplaying being a part of your life within the next 5 years, and do you hope to evolve your skill set?
Yes, definitely. I can't imagine cosplay leaving anytime soon because honestly, I don't know what I would do if it did. But I definitely want to evolve my skill set, learn more like 3D printing or sculpting and casting, or just getting better at everything I can already do, making bigger costumes, better costumes, or more intricate ones. So, and just kind of like fleshing out my portfolio, I guess, and like traveling to more cons and meeting more people. So really, like the next 5 years, I want to be as busy as possible, cosplay wise, but just to like, fit it all in. Like I want to do so much more now than I thought I was going to do when I first started this in 2009, you know? So.
What's a day in the life of Pixelpantz cosplay, and where did Pixelpantz come from?
Pixelpantz is an old tagline of mine, like a username I used when I was like middle school, maybe. Like it was literally, I think, the first name I thought of when I signed up for this anime chat room when we were just talking about anime the entire time. And it just kind of like stuck there. Like when I thought of making an email, like Pixelpantz stuck. And when I thought of making a Steam account, Pixelpantz stuck. And it just kept going. And then when finally I was like, you know what, I should make a cosplay page. I don't know what I'm going to be called though. And my friends were like, why not Pixelpantz? Because you're always Pixelpantz. And I'm like, okay, cool. Maybe I can just change it later. Well, now it's just so ingrained in my being that I can't. It's not going anywhere. I'm Pixelpantz forever now. And a day in the life is usually like I get up and go to work, which I work in a pawn shop, which is, I guess, cool. People are like, that's interesting. And I come home and I play games and cosplay. That's my life. It's either like working
The gist of it.
or cosplaying games.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty similar lifestyle. Work, do stuff when I'm home, play games.
Yeah.
Maybe work on cosplay if I have the stuff that I need to work on, and all the other fun stuff. Binge watching YouTube videos, Game Grumps.
Yes, I watched one and I'm like, oh, I just need to catch up on my, oh God, what has happened? 5 hours went by.
So, seeing as you're pretty much a huge gamer, are there any upcoming game releases you're looking forward to?
Does upcoming count if it was like 2 or 3 days ago? Because Outlast 2 came out like two days ago, and I haven't gotten to play it yet, and I'm dying on the inside because I've been waiting for that game since 2013. So that's my like most anticipated one. I have tunnel vision right now. Like I couldn't even think of anything that's supposed to come out because I'm like, Outlast came out. So that one's the one that I have been anticipating, and I'm now just freaking out about. So hopefully soon, maybe tomorrow. I hope. I'm like itching for it. Like cosplay gets the itch in me, and now I'm like, I need to play Outlast.
Okay. And I'm just looking at the top of my computer screen, and it's like, I'm an idiot because I forgot to bring in my stupid chargers, and now it's at 8%.
Answer the questions fast. Speed round. I'm just kidding. Speed round trivia.
There's 2 left. Favorite convention.
Okay. Favorite? Oh God, that's horrible. Dragon Con would probably be one of my favorite ones because I don't know. I stay there for the longest. Like I'm there from like Thursday until Monday night, and like it's kind of a chill con where you don't freak out about costumes. You're just kind of like, you know what, we're going and hanging out with friends. But I also, since I went to BlizzCon last year, I love BlizzCon. BlizzCon like changed my cosplay life. So even though that's just 2 days compared to like Dragon Con's like 5 million years, I still love BlizzCon so much that I don't even think I could pick. And then Katsu's so amazing. Though Katsu, I've always ran into bad luck. The 2 years I've been able to go, even though I love that con, I've been sick both times. So yeah, so hopefully, but I'm getting less sick each year. Like the first year I was so sick, I was like in the hospital the entire convention. This year I was like sick that I was able to cosplay for a little bit, and I like went out and met people and did stuff, and then I had to just like sleep a lot. And then I went home. So maybe next year I'll do less sick and more cosplay, and it'll work out.
This seems to be the pattern.
Yeah.
And final fundy question. If you could permanently be a WoW character in that world, what race and class would you be and why?
Night Elf Druid, always. Because I don't know why. Like, so it's more of a sentimental thing. Like my first character ever was a Night Elf Druid because as a kid, when I'm like 10 or 12, I'm like, you know what? I want to be the thing that turns into animals because that's so cool. And it stuck with me, and I tried to like get out of other races when I started to, I don't know, grow up. But then I was like, you know what? Deep down, I'm always a Night Elf Druid. I love them. Plus, Tyrande is one of my favorite characters in WoW, like actual characters and not a mount. And so I love Tyrande and just like the whole Night Elf culture. And I'm just like, I could never be a Horde player.
Hey, I had a night elf hunter as my first character, but I never understood how to play as a hunter, so I was like...
Hunters are a little strange. I tried, and I'm just kind of like, I'll leave that to the pros.
And then I tried Worgen, but then I realized that the Alliance side on my server wasn't really... I guess I wanted to stick with my guild, so I transformed into a blood elf again.
Yeah. I've always, like, if I told myself I was going to be a horde player, I'd be a blood elf probably. And I've always wanted to try it, but I don't know. Maybe one day.
Yeah. Well, that's all the questions I have. If you guys want to follow Pixelpantz, I guess you could just, well, where can they find you?
You can either go to my website, pixelpantz.com, or you can find me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube. It's all Pixelpantz, except for Twitter, where I'm Pixelpantz Cos, C-O-S.
Okay.
But everything else is just Pixelpantz. It's pretty straightforward. It's just Pixelpantz with a Z. And then my website leads to everywhere else. So
sweet. Yeah, I'll have links everywhere in the whole write-up and whatnot. But yay.
I have a lot of links. I always am like, I'm gonna put the links in the description. I'm so sorry. And then it's like so many links.
10 paragraphs of random links.
Yeah. Look at this Wikipedia article. It has nothing to do with me.
All right. Well, thank you so much for doing this. I know we've been trying to schedule.
I know. I'm so glad we were finally able to do it. Oh my gosh. Thank you for even wanting an interview.
No. Thank you for still wanting to do it.
Yes, definitely. Anytime.
All right. Well, I hope you all enjoyed this interview. Again, go follow Pixelpantz stuff. She's amazing, and I definitely plan on featuring her sometime again in the near future. I just gotta go stalk her page some more and pick out an outfit that I like.
Magic when it happens.
And stick to the Lightning Palace blog for more game reviews, cosplay features, showcases, and interviews.
Yes.
Okay. Bye, guys.